Scored early on by Adrian Simons, and now England just 35 minutes away from an historic Junior World Cup final appearance. Baeden Choppy, number 3 for Australia, will get the second half underway. Confirmation of that scoreline. Australia going now from right to left. England will need to make a solid start to the second half. Coming off a stick there, Johnson did well to get it away, but the danger not clear yet. And England look around with some relief to find the decision by umpire Walter going in their favour. Evanet clubbing it clear, picks up Stamp on the left-hand side. Good play there by Stamp. Now Simons, the goal scorer. Harried, but hurried illegally. Evanet again. Adrian Simons. Now, as you know, we have one of the world's top coaches, Gavin Featherstone, sharing the commentary with me today. Gavin, how do you see the second half going?
Well, I think if we can sustain our play at the moment, we're playing very much to a half-court pattern. If we can sustain it and frustrate the Australians just for a little while longer, it would open up the Australians for the counter-attack. And I'll be interested to see how the coaches play this one, and whether England will hold and try and hit them on the counter and actually win the game 2-0. At the moment, the Australians have not presented a lot of ideas for goal-scoring opportunities. They've only had one penalty corner, I think, in the first half.
Plenty of advice coming off that Australian bench. A little more composed there for England. It's going to be a long old 35 minutes though, sitting on that bench watching this, I think. So much at stake for both sides. Australia have started the second half very purposefully. Webster running into Simons. Simons conceding the free hit. That ball lifted, free hit to England.
Major danger here, of course, is that we keep funneling back, and we just funnel back, and Australia start to pick up little bits and pieces, penalty corners, mistakes and so on. So we've got to keep our discipline. Although we're backing off to a point, we must step up in the tackle and keep the pressure on as they receive passes. It is a defensive game. It ain't pretty. I mean, if you come here for a pretty game, I don't think you're going to get it, England-Australia.
This game all about a result, and at the moment England have the scoreline that they'd be more than happy with. We're not in the entertainment business, we're in the qualifying business. And if we win this, we'll be in the gold or silver business very quickly indeed. Remember, India awaits the winner of this game in the final. Kosha has lost the ball, but it's hit both feet. Australia again trying to raise the tempo of the match. Evanet steps up just in the nick of time and finds Pern, who's now taken into a position on the right-hand side. Good ball and good running there by Paul Wickin. Just missed the, whether it was a dummy or whether it was an intended drag. It's gone Australia's way, and England have got a back pedal. Strongly in right there by Evan, but he'll be penalised. Australia taking the ball from really anywhere at the moment. It's all getting rather scrappy. I think the umpire is going to have to stamp down on this. Manpreet Koshar. And it's Evanet who's going to be shown a card, and it's yellow. Is it Evanet? Surely not. Indeed it is.
Well, he couldn't have got him mixed up with Koshar, surely.
Well, it would be difficult, wouldn't it? Well, this is going to be a very tricky period indeed for England. England team doctor there, Ian Beasley, knows his hockey, shaking his head. Well, mistaken identity or what?
I don't know. Beasley certainly looks as if he's taken a drop in salary as a doctor there, doesn't he? He looks disgusted at it. I never saw anything, but clearly both umpires are on the spot, and you have to respect that. More the game goes on, the more I sense this is England's day. They've ridden storms, they've kept their composure, they just got to keep their discipline now, keep calm.
Well, I wish you hadn't said that, Gavin. And England back to 11, and it'll seem like 12 with Evan back at the heart of their English defence. The suspension is now over. So the suspension run down. Oh, this is dangerous though. Holes starting to appear in the England defence, and this is very, very dangerous. It's in now. That will count, I'm sure. Ben Taylor. And just as England get back to full strength, Australia draw level. Taylor away cleverly from Johnson.
Oh, near post. Such a good goalkeeper and a near post goal.
Always a dilemma for the keeper, whether just to hug that near post or just to give him a postage stamp of an opportunity. In fact, I think it went through the legs more than outside of him. It won't matter. It's 1-1. Game on again. Now England, who've defended so well for so long, have got to rethink their game plan. They've got 11 and a half minutes of this second period. Or will the second semi-final also be settled by the golden goal?
It's a great ball. The Aussies are picking up the pace. They're playing about 5 to 10% quicker.
Evan off the foot there of the Australian, will win the free hit. Good advice there from Evan, just calming things down. And you wonder whether England were just taking a breather with the return of Evanet to their defence. If they were, it was an expensive one.
The Australians are pressing our midfield, and it's very important that we can get the ball going out by our wing halves at this stage. We've got to take the security of the wide positions.
Turn trying to find Irvin, and Choppy coming forward now. Now Livermore. Evanet, good sliding interception. Simon's cleverly away, but couldn't get any distance on it, of course. Good steal there by Irvin.
This is becoming the siege of the Alamo over here at the moment.
I take it you didn't do history at Oxford, Gavin. Certainly the siege of an English castle. Now Johnson.
We don't seem to be able to get this ball clear at the moment.
That'll be a free hit to England, surely. No, Irvin penalised. Well, I don't understand that one. Perhaps Irvin was just holding the ball behind his body, just shielding it from the Australian. I'm sure that's what the umpire would have construed. England haven't really had many chances to attack in this second period. It's been one wave after the next of Australian pressure. You sense that Australia feel that it's starting to turn their way. Driven into the goal, but no touch within the circle. Difficult, Gavin, I'm sure, for a side that has relied on defence for such a long period, suddenly to snap back and start attacking again.
Well, to be fair, we haven't done much attacking from the first minute, but we've controlled the pace of the game, and that's what slipped away in the last 10 minutes. The Australians are starting to say, this is the pace the game's going to be played at, and unfortunately we've made the errors to contribute towards that. We have to slow it down a little bit, get ourselves back in order, and still play the same pattern. I don't think he's going to need to change the pattern at this stage. But we do need target men to play the ball to on the break, and that's what's been lacking in the last 10 or 12 minutes.
All a little concerned there. Gavin living every moment of this game there as Evan picking that ball out. But this is a worrying time for England. England stick there goes loose, but play goes on.
Yes, it's a corner, it has to be. In fact, he could have given a corner for the stick being in the circle. The main thing about tackling, you've got to keep the stick in your hand.
I think Adrian Simons has taken a crack on his hand as well. It's just there what happened. There he is, right across the back of the knuckles. That's hurt.
I've got a message for you, Adrian. You're playing against Aussie. You can expect that every 10 minutes.
Come on.
Well, he's already hit Australia once where it hurts. He needs to hit them again in the back of the net.
Ready, out.
The drill, good save. Penalty corner given again. The ball trapped underneath the England keeper.
Well, the players, captain's calling the corner type, and they've hit the first one. Can we expect a variety? That's what they did last time.
It's a low flick, it's a good one. Australia ahead, wide in the corner. It was Troy Elder, number 7. There he is, centre of the picture there. Let's see it again. They did ring the changes, and to what very good effect. Yeah, right in the corner.
Just by John's balance there, he's expecting the high one. If you look at him, he stays high, and if he's just slightly off balance, it's a good combination of corners there.
Now this really is the last throw of the dice. Turn.
It's in the circle, Mark. It's in the circle.
Koshar into the circle it goes.
Yes, is it?
Surely. Not spotted. And disappointment there. Well, umpire Adele, I wouldn't come to England for your holidays next year after that one. I can stay on the Costa del Sol.
I think you were saying
it's all over.
Is it?
The crowd think it is most certainly. Australians celebrating. The din in the stadium has drowned the hooter. And England's brave bid to reach the Junior World Cup final will end in tears. It's ended to a very strong and very competent, and it has to be said, very exciting Australian side. But a brave bid indeed by England. They've made a tremendous contribution to this tournament. It's taken them to the very verge of a World Cup final, but they will have to be content now to contest the bronze medal playoff with the Germans. For Australia, as so often in this long English summer, it's one of celebration. Just too much for England. 2 second-half goals for Australia, cancelling out Adrian Simons' early effort. And there's confirmation of that final score from the second semi-final. Australia 2, England 1. And you can see just how much it meant to England. Jonathan Evan there, totally disconsolate. And there will be a time when they look back on this tournament, they'll realise just how well they did to reach this point. But now is perhaps not the right time to mention it. Mark Turn there. And the coaching team have got a job to do to lift this team. A bronze medal would be a fitting reward for their endeavours throughout. Michael Johnson, one of the pick of the England players throughout the tournament. Manpreet Koshar there, nobody could have worked harder. Consoled by Nick Taylor, England's number 2 goalkeeper, and Chris Pickett, the England manager there in the spectacles. Contrast of emotions, of course, for Australia. For long periods of that game, it looked like it wasn't to be their day. But Australia will take on India in the Junior World Cup final. They salute their crowd. The crowd got behind them. Not many here, of course, have made the long journey to England. They made plenty of noise, and they'll have plenty to shout about against the Indians as well.